Dang, I like that smile. Don't you? Let me stop. Hi guys, welcome to Z's World. My name is Z. Now let's get into today's video. Excuse my lips, okay? At this point, I don't have no lip gloss. I done asked about 4 or 5 times for some.
Oh, my pearl.
Are you eating that with cream cheese?
Girl, no.
I was about to say. Okay, y'all. So she done put me on, okay, to some pineapple cream cheese. And I was like, pineapple?
With crackers.
Yes, with crackers.
Oh, I guess I left it in my car.
But they can't be the sweet crackers. But I don't want them to be too salty either. I don't know. You just gotta be. We'll tell y'all. We'll tell y'all. But this ain't the one I gave you.
Boo-boo. I know it's in my car. That's what I'm saying.
It's Boo Boo. Coconut Craze from Victoria's Secret. You just got this? Ah, shit.
I just don't use it because it's
Mom used to give us Victoria's Secret lip glosses all the time.
I think she used to still.
And because they used to be $7. Well, I don't know how much to change locations, but we are doing story time. And story time would be about my 6 months of me working with the fair. So let's get into that. So I went out there in May, and it took a lot of getting used to. I mean, like, for real, like, you don't have your own, you have to share showers with the people that's in your bunkhouse. And a bunkhouse is basically a fifth wheel split right down the middle. You have top bunks on one side and bottom bunks on the other side. You do get your own room, but the room's like really small, like really small. And then, yeah, you do have to share a shower with everyone. You have to share bathrooms with everyone, even porta potties. And like, guys, I had a fear before I went out on the road of like using the restroom in public places. And like, I had to get over that real quick because that's all that I had was porta potties and public restrooms. And I'll be damned if I use it in a porta potty. But that's some stuff that I had to get used to. I also had to get used to the hours. You'll be out there from freaking sunrise to after the sun goes down. You'll be out there. The weekends were the busiest days, of course. So a Friday we would be open from 5 to like 11 or something. But then like on a Saturday we'll be open from 12 to 12 or 12 to 10. And you would literally have to be out there all day. Of course, you get breaks and stuff. You get an hour break every few hours. But, I mean, other than that, you're just out there and you're really working. And the people that you work with are basically you live with them. Because, I mean, you share spaces with them. You travel together. You know, you're working together. You're always around each other. So it was like a big family out there. I met a lot of cool people. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. And, I mean, it's a really fun experience. I had fun. Because before I even went out on the road, I've literally haven't been anywhere outside of my hometown, which is Oklahoma City. Really, like, I've been to Texas, Indiana, California once. Like, wasn't going anywhere, and then I went and I was, you know, going to New York, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia. I mean, I've been East Coast bound, so I'm just like ready to get out of Oklahoma and do that. Ready to get out of Oklahoma, and then what was I talking about? Oh, I guess I should feel them. And like a day-to-day out there would be, I mean, you wake up, I guess, you do, I mean, you don't have to go to work on the weekdays until like 4 o'clock. You have to be out there an hour before we open. So we open at 5, we got to be out there at 4. And anytime we open, it doesn't matter what time, you still have to be out there an hour before we open. So when I first started, it was like we opened at 5, so I had to be out there at 4. You know, that wasn't bad. And then that all day, that like 12 to 10, that's what got me, okay? Because I was just like going from working the 5 to 10 in Oklahoma to going working 12 to 10 all day. And that was just like, I don't, it took me a minute to get a hold of it, and I was tired, of course. But then it just became natural, and I was just like, I mean, but it don't. I mean, when you're out there and you're actually working, you're bringing in money, and you're making all this money, you don't really care about the hours. Honestly, you want to go out there and work more so you can get more hours. But there was days where I was just like, I cannot. I need an off day. But I wouldn't take an off day unless I work 6 days a week, and then I'll take that seventh day off. Or if we're moving, then I mean those days where we're moving, when we tear down is what we call them. When we all tear down, and I mean like y'all, Oklahoma State Fair, y'all think that shit is really hard, okay? To set all that shit up and then to tear it all down, and then you gotta tear it all down. Like people be out there. I mean, I only had it one game, so I only had to tear down one game. So it really wasn't that hard for me. But I know the other people out there. I mean, they had multiple games to tear down or set up. They had rides. The ride crew. Oh my goodness, they would be out there till about like 4 or 5 in the morning, tearing down the rides, and then they'll get back into the bunkhouses and then just like pass out, and they'll be asleep all day. But then they gotta get up, and then they leave around like 3 o'clock in the afternoon the next day after everything is tore down. And then we move on to our next spot, and we all drive. Literal, you can see all of us going down the highway, like back to back to back, all the rides, all the games, all the concessions down the highway. Like we traveled together. Um, and it was really fun. I mean, I got to experience some places that I've never experienced before. I went to Niagara Falls. That was amazing. Okay. What else? After Niagara Falls, I think I'm getting sick, guys. So excuse me. But after Niagara Falls, I went to Washington D.C. I didn't really go do nothing in Washington D.C. but get some smoke. That was the best part. But that was Washington D.C. Then where else? I mean, yeah, I mean, I've been to places, but there is like places where I didn't do nothing. Like the only thing that I've actually went on like a tourist attraction was in Niagara Falls. So that was it on that. But I mean, still seeing the different places, the road trips from place to place did get me. Like there was one, and it was like an 8-hour drive nonstop. Plus, I'm just like, what? And then we have to do those multiple times. We have to get whatever we're getting and take it to the next spot, and then drive all the way back, get whatever else we need, and drive all the way to the new spot. And it was just a lot of driving, but I mean, the people make it cool. You get to hang out with a lot of different people, and I would recommend it for anybody. But I just tell, like, it's hard work. Like, don't just go out there thinking that you're just about to make all this money and not work for it, because you are. I mean, you work on the games work on commission, so they have to go out there and they have to actually bring people in to play their games. Um, I mean, it just depends. Like some days, there was one day out there where I only made $7 and I was open for 5 hours. There was another day where we was open for 8 hours and I only made $10. I mean, that's just how it goes working on commission. But there was some days out there, like on weekends especially, where I could make $800 in one night, or I could make $1,000 in a night. 1,500. There was a time I made 2,700 by myself in one night. So that's what I'm like saying, because like those bad days, don't care too much for those, because don't worry about them, because when those good days come and you make that 27 or whatever, then it makes up for that family. I mean, you see each other every day. You get into fights, of course, because I mean, you see each other every day. People get tired of seeing the same people, and then you got messy people out there, and most people think that, like, they call them carnies. That carnies are rude. Like when I first got out there, I thought they were rude, but I mean, like, I fed I fit in. I fit in well with them. However you want to say that. I fit in well with them to where, I mean, their rudeness didn't bother me, but I can like look at the people who don't really know the carnival life, and they're just looking at these people talk, and they're just like, what the fuck, like, you're being mad rude right now. But that's just how they talk, and that's just how they act, and then you just got it. I mean, it didn't bother me. Like, didn't nobody come to me disrespectful. Like, I didn't have no issues until the last day. Oh my goodness. Literal, my last day, I was packing up to leave, and then there was just conflict. Like, this guy just wanted to fight my boss so bad, and I was just like, no. It was something, it was, his girlfriend was lying and done hyped his head up, and the boyfriend was just really hyped. And I'm just like, no, that's not gonna happen, you know. And then, I mean, his girlfriend was just sitting there. I'm like, I will fight your girl. Like, come on, like, I would fight you. I would, and then he said something about he was gonna bring his sister, and I was like, I'll fight your sister too. Like, and then it was just a lot of issues. But I was just, and then he was just saying how if he was in his city, then he would have something for us. Like, if you're about that life, you don't need to be in your city to do anything. You should be on go all the time. Like, you don't need to have your city backing you if you feel some type of way. If you're about that life, you should be able to handle your business on site right then and there. You ain't gotta wait to be in your city. Like, that didn't even make sense, but that's what you gotta be dealing with out there. I just brushed it off because it was nonsense. I mean, I made more money than him and his girlfriend combined. I mean, they were begging to work with us, so I mean, can't just be talking. That's what you need, guys need to do, okay? 2020, don't let none of that bother you. If you're on a whole nother level than them, then let your haters be. Let them hate, okay? Because you're doing something right. So, like I say, let your haters hate and move on. Focus on yourself. Get that money. Chase the bag. All 20. Chase the bag, okay? That's all you gotta do. Period. Chase that bag. Focus on yourself. Okay, guys. So as you know, I am new to YouTube. So if you want to see something specific, or anything that you want to see, or want me to talk about, or have a conversation about anything, just comment down in the comment section below and let me know, and I'll get that content for you guys, definitely. Alright guys, that's all for this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next video.